Okay, yes, hello. Hi, I'm your weird Uncle Rald, even though we're probably not related. And today, my nieces and nephews, I'm going to fill you in on my stew of knowledge. What's in my stew, you might ask? Well, it's disappointing because it's just water, but it's doubly disappointing because the water is either a metaphor or a symbol for what I know about Crapitalism. You see, the gap between reality and pop culture is closing because capitalism is driving consumption. But there's a vacant place somewhere between self-awareness and pop culture that seems to be lacking, and I'm here to fill it. I'm here to buy houses for it, and I'm here to eventually upgrade to a hotel for it. See what I mean about pop culture and reality? Let's get started. Now, crapitalism doesn't mean that capitalism is crap. I love certain things about capitalism, like the products it produces. Like this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and this thing. Oh, and also these, and... So those are part of capitalism. The products and just stuff to come out of capitalism. But it doesn't necessarily have to be products. It could be TV shows like Flavor of Love 2 or events like the Steve Bartman incident. Essentially, crapitalism is all the crap that capitalism produces. Capitalism is simply when a country's business is controlled privately for revenue rather than controlled by the government. That's it. Now this works in theory, but then again, any system of government works in theory. Now, of course, the downfall of capitalism is it has let some awful, awful things happen. But this is not shitalism. This is crapitalism. Now, capitalism is a really broad term that encompasses a lot of different places and a lot of different time periods. But this certain brand of capitalism, Crapitalism, it's based on American consumerism from the 1950s on. But it would not be a proper introduction without an outlandish history lesson. Hey, come on! I was going to make a PowerPoint about this, but I didn't want to be convicted for boring you all to death. Let's talk about America. It was stolen from the native people, oh yes it was, but the British had help, oh yes they did. The French was fighting the British for America in the French and Indian War, and the British just ended up winning. So it wasn't the British trying to be evil, it was a bunch of people trying to be evil, and the British was just the most successful at it. The land of the United States was like a piece of meat a bunch of hungry dogs were chasing after. Or the last Tickle Me Elmo of the Christmas of 1996. Incredibly popular and everybody wanted it. So for better or for worse, Britain won. And in 1776, a bunch of guys with mops on their heads decided to break away from Britain and create their own country with a free market. Yay, everyone is free! We'll get to women and slaves later. So America is founded and the free market starts, and it conveniently starts the same year as the steamboat is invented by the French. So society is going on, there's a free market, more trade is going on than ever before. There's an abundance of wealth, goods, and production. This leads to stage 1 of capitalism. We need shit. And the 1800s spins the stage 2 of capitalism, the Industrial Revolution, or we have shit so we can make shit. More products are being made and some big companies start emerging. Coke, Levi's, Vogue, Abercrombie and Fitch, just to name a few. So here's where things get fucked. It mind fucks me every time. Seriously, if you don't have a condom on, put one on, because you will feel fucked. Alright, I guess I have to do it for you. Alright, here we go. Alright, ready? Okay, you're nice and protected. Oh, you can kind of see me. Okay. So stage 3 starts. It goes from the 1890s to the 1920s. And it's basically mass media equals more sales. Was it good for you? Or the age of mass media. National advertising becomes immensely popular, and that encompasses everything. Radio, print, and later television. And mass marketing was designed to influence the population's spending behavior. So, advertising influenced people to spend more, so they needed jobs that earned more, so they could spend more. The endless hamster wheel.
So I can earn more. So I can do more coke.
Early advertisement for popular brands sold the lifestyle of being cool, so people would literally buy into it. So where does pop culture come into this? For American consumerism and pop culture go hand in hand. Oh yes, they do. They constantly influence one another. Well, mass media is starting up and art is becoming a product for consumption. Yay! We'll get into exactly what pop culture is next episode. But for now, here's my rough bastardization of it. Pop culture is low culture, essentially the opposite of high culture. Duh. High culture nowadays circles academia. The feathers. Low culture. Let's just say it has mass appeal. Pop culture is for the everyman, and it's transmitted by mass media, so its ideas can be spread quickly. I have had a feather stuck to my hand for the last couple takes. That's what high culture gets you. Now, pop culture is everything art has made for mass media. TV, cartoons, movies, music, toys, clothes, brands, almost everything we can enjoy falls into this category. Now, the very beginning of pop culture starts to emerge in the 1920s. The radio's been out for a while, almost every household has one, print is very normalized, and moving pictures are bigger than ever before. Wow, a whole moving picture for just a quarter! That's something really depressing happens. So people are out of jobs, everyone's just all around SOL, but funnily enough, the farmers don't retreat back to their fields. One shocking thing about mass media is it has the power to survive recessions, including the one in 2008. So instead of turning to a lifestyle of Amish paradise again, they decided to stay with all the glitz and glamour, even when it wasn't so glamorous. So mass media didn't die during the recession, but sure slowed down. But then it had a huge revitalization with World War II. Now, war had a pattern of influencing media and uniting people, but the sad thing nowadays is that war is so normalized that it doesn't seem to have effects on either of these things whatsoever. Well, after the World War sequel, there was a perfect storm of pop culture. There was recognizable propaganda. There was massive abundance of funds and supplies. Cheaper production. Very normalized mass media. And a bunch of soldiers were coming back from war to start their families. So you have brand recognition, money, influential advertising, money, and a bunch of people willing to buy the next product to come out. And that takes us to the 1950s, and oh baby, that's where it all starts. Consumption drives pop culture to be everywhere. Everywhere you look, there is pop culture and recognizable media. And that, my nieces and nephews, is how the world got to be the way it is. Now for the Crapitalism comment. I want you to put in the comment section what interests you most about American consumerism? Or What obvious pop culture references did I miss? I'm your weird Uncle Rald. Think. Hi, I'm the same person you were just watching, but in black and white, so you have to listen to me! Follow my social media if you can't get enough of me. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. Oh, and listen to my Bandcamp. It's pretty great. And if you can't get enough of listening to your uncle, subscribe for more stories. I'm your weird Uncle Rald. Think.